All right, let me read this statement. Open meeting law. Pursuant to the Massachusetts open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. We're aware at this time that this meeting is being recorded by Fall River Educational TV. At this time, I would like to call to order today's meeting, Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. Let's have a roll call of attendance of members. Joe Marshall, here.
Ann Keene, here.
Joan Medeiros, here.
Johnny Erickson, here.
Okay, and Luis is not here right now, Gonzalez, but he's expecting to be here momentarily. We also have in attendance the attorney for the Redevelopment Authority, John Coughlin, and we also have a guest, Ann Keene, Vice President of Beta Group, and Joe McLaughlin is also an associate, and he's also with Beta, but he was the LSP on this on the city pier at one time. And
Mary Lou.
And what did I call you?
Ann.
You meant to welcome.
I meant, well, don't go by what I say, go by what I mean. I'm sorry, I had Ann in my mind.
That's okay.
All right, Mary Lou Armstrong, Vice President of Beta. Thank you. Okay, we've done the roll call. First item on the agenda is we'll go with the approval of the warrant and financial report, which every member has received. Is there any discussion or question?
Yes, I would like to make a motion that we approve everything except the invoice from Norman and Graham dated May 19th, 2020 for $4,800 for further review.
Okay.
And we will bring that to the next meeting once we have resolution.
Okay, good, good. Again, everyone has a copy. Is there, with that addendum, is there a motion to accept?
I move we accept with the exception of that invoice number 49830.
And approve everything else,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So moved. Next is the, well, I should welcome, actually, Ann. Ann Keene is the latest member of the Redevelopment Authority, but she's not necessarily the newest member. She's been on the Redevelopment Authority for 10 years, from 2008 to 2018, and we welcome you, Ann, and we look forward to anything you can add to this group.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Thank you. And with that, we're also going to need approval to add Ann to the signatory on our bank accounts. So is there a motion to?
Yes, a motion to add Ann as a signatory to the accounts at Bay Coast Bank.
Okay, second?
I second that.
Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so moved. Thank you. Update on the city pier. Again, with Mary Lou and Joe here, we'd like to update the public, but also the board on what's going on now with the city pier. So could you kind of give us a briefing? I mean, we know what's going on, but could you give us a briefing of what you and Johnny and other members of the board may have done so far?
From an environmental standpoint?
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Well, I can start, and then Joe can piggyback.
Sure.
Last month, I had a conversation with Kim Tiza at EPA and Kate Carvello at DEP relative to what the implications would be for the railing system installation and whether we would need their approval. And they said as long as we are not going into the cap material at all and we're confining the installation to the seawall, the concrete wall, that we wouldn't need their approval. So as you know, we're in the process of putting together preliminary design. And once we have the rail system design, I will email that to Kim and Kate and memorialize my conversation with them,
Good.
so they have that for record.
Okay, good.
But then the rest of the improvements, the lighting and the walkways, the hardscapes, things like that, we will be doing a modification of the risk-based plan to EPA, and we'd also be submitting a RAM plan modification to DEP for
Good.
those items.
Good. John, is there anything you want to add from our perspective?
No, not really, Joe. Just as Mary Lou said, all the regulatory forms are in and up to date. ARAC from Beta is working on putting together specifications and design for the railings, which we're going to try to fast track, as Mary Lou mentioned. And we hope to have that all put together in the next few weeks.
Okay, good. Good. All right, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Don't go anywhere, though. Next item on the agenda is the new business. I have one item unless the other members have others. We're in the process, or actually with Joan Medeiros' help, we've created a job description for the new executive director, and it's going to be online on the city's website. It's also going to be posted at MMA, and with Joan's help, it's also going to go on Indeed.com. And the idea behind this, and it's an extensive, I would recommend anybody that has an interest to look into this. The job description, I think, entails what this board and the administration would like to accomplish, for the city. So if you get a chance, take a look at it. We're expecting, there's a deadline on this of August 14th. Applications come to my attention. They'll be reviewed, and there'll be a preliminary view of whether or not they meet the qualifications noted in the job description, and then the board would, I would hope, would select the candidate that will be moving the Redevelopment Authority forward. Is there any discussion, any thoughts? John, you have any? Did I miss any?
No, I thought the
We're good?
job description
We're
was
good.
great.
Okay. And you have a copy, right?
I do, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so that's the plan. I don't think it needs a motion. We're doing it. So if there's any questions, people can go on the website and see a copy of that. Any other items under new business? That's the only one I had. John, no?
Nope.
Okay, hearing none. We'd like to go into executive session. Is there a motion to go in executive session and not come back into the open meeting after executive session? We will
Motion to
adjourn.
go into executive session and not return into open meeting.
Okay, and adjourn as a result of the
Yes.
executive session. Okay.
So,
All-
Joe, on that, we just need you as the chair to make a finding that an open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of the public bodies.
That's right. And the open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of the public body.
And we're going into executive session under 30A 21A6.
Under 30A 21-6, yes. So that motion is still out there. All in favor, aye.
Roll call vote on that.
Roll call?
Yep.
Okay, Joe Marshall? Yes. Ian?
Ann Keane, yes.
Joan Medeiros, yes.
Johnny Erickson, yes.
Okay.